Hi everyone and welcome. I don't know about you, but ESPO is feeling 2022. This year we are focusing on ingenuity, authenticity, and innovation in aging. We can't wait to watch each and every one of you contribute to the field and shine. If you're new here, you might be thinking, ESPO? Tell me more. Let's take a minute to go over the who, what, and why of ESPO. Who? We are students and early careerists at GSA. What? ESPO stands for Emerging Scholars and Professionals Organization. Why? GSA really counts on us because we are both the present and future of aging research, policy, and practice. Now I'd like to introduce you to our leadership team. I am Danny Waldron, this year's ESPO Chair and an Assistant Professor of Healthcare Administration at Stonehill College in Easton, Massachusetts.
Hi everyone, I am Talisha Bonds-Johnson, this year's Vice Chair. I am also an Assistant Professor at the Neil Hodgson Woodruff School of Nursing at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm Brianna Morgan, this year's ESPO Vice Chair-elect and a doctoral student at the University of Pennsylvania School of Nursing in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Hi, and I'm Dorina Petrovsky, this year's past chair and an assistant professor at Rutgers University School of Nursing and Institute for Health, Healthcare, and Aging Research in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Hi, I'm Gina Schoen, Director of Member Engagement with GSA, and I'm the staff liaison to ESPO. If you ever have any questions about GSA, let me know.
Now let's take a look into where ESPO fits into the structure of GSA. We are a fully functioning and recognized section at GSA alongside SRPP, Health Sciences, Biological Sciences, BSS, and AGI. Additionally, we have ESPO section leaders and junior leaders who represent interests of ESPO in each of these other sections. As you can see, we are highly engaged in the organization. Additionally, we have ESPO task forces. They include dissertation writing group, webinar, annual scientific meeting, communications, international, and awards. Each of these task forces has a lead, a co-lead, members, and an ESPO officer to help oversee them. Task forces are critical to ESPO's influence and success.
The Dissertation Writing Group Task Force is responsible for organizing our free, peer-led dissertation and pre-proposal writing groups to help you get your dissertation done. The groups meet over the course of 12 weeks in the winter, fall, and summer. The Webinar Task Force organizes 2 informational webinars per year in the spring and fall. Topics are relevant to ESPO members and may include career development, grant funding, and timely topics like diversity, equity, and inclusion, or finding a job during the COVID-19 pandemic.
The Vice Chair oversees all things about the annual scientific meeting. I lead the annual scientific meeting work group and the development of the ESPO Presidential Symposium. I also support the junior leaders who will be responsible for the ESPO symposiums that are in collaboration with the 5 other sections. Alongside the annual scientific meeting work group, we ensure the programming for our informal chats, which are casual conversations with people and or topics of interest to the ESPO section. Informal chats are hosted at the annual scientific meeting and during the year.
The Communications Task Force is responsible for writing the newsletter, which highlights ESPO members and their contributions to the field. Then there's e-communications that keeps us all in the loop about important events. Last, member outreach connects us to one another and GSA.
The International Task Force consists of dedicated and creative members who are passionate about better integration and outreach to global members within ESPO. The Gerontological Society of America is an international organization, and many of our ESPO members come from countries outside of the United States. As the name implies, the awards work group is responsible for overseeing the annual awards geared towards ESPO members. The work group is tasked with spreading the word about the awards, reviewing all the applications, and then, the most fun part, help present the awards at our ESPO breakfast during the annual scientific meeting.
The ESPO Vice Chair-elect and Vice Chair represent ESPO on the Program, Publications, and Products Committee. In recent years, we've worked to combat ageism and tackle social justice issues in our work at GSA. The ESPO Chair and past Chair represent ESPO on the Membership Committee. Rest assured, ESPO membership remains very strong even through the past few years. Now let's walk through a calendar of some key dates at GSA. So, what's the most important here? Abstracts. Abstracts are due on March 3rd. Please mark your calendars and submit an abstract. Remember, it's a bit early this year. In June, be sure to vote for your new ESPO Vice Chair-elect officer. This is a 4-year term. First, you must serve as ESPO Vice Chair-elect, then Vice Chair, Chair, and then past Chair. We are always keeping an eye out for strong, passionate leaders to join our team. In October, you can apply to be an ESPO volunteer. Think about joining us as a task force lead, co-lead, or member, or as an ESPO section junior leader. We encourage you to apply and ask that you hype up your friends to apply too. The more the merrier. And of course, in November, join us in Indianapolis for our main event, the annual scientific meeting. As always, thank you for supporting all things ESPO. Please email us at espo@geron.org if you need anything at all or want to be more involved. We can't wait for the year ahead as we trek onwards with ingenuity, authenticity, and innovation in aging. And remember, you can count on us to lift you up.